Hello, hello. Welcome back to Limits. Oh, we just. It's that scene again where we blew ourselves up. And Roderick is here. He's a fun guy. We all like Roderick, right? I assume so. He's fun. He's fun. He's easily my second favorite of them. Like obviously like Dave is my favorite, but Roderick is a clean second. Clean second. That gas, that gas kind of knocked him out. what voice did I do for him? I don't even remember. But he recovered quite quickly after he disappeared. Good thing I was out of the blast zone. Gas? Oh, right. How long did the gas last, by the way? I think it was around 3 minutes or so. It was a bit strange because it didn't seem to spread anywhere else. It kind of just, it just kind of, I guess, clumped up in a ball around you. At least I assumed around you since I couldn't see through it. You're an orb user, right? You probably know more of that than us. Well, me. Oh, no, your guess is as good as mine. I've only just started learning about them recently. Oh, you're new around here. Sorry, kinda slipped my mind. It's fine, don't worry about it. That makes me wonder, though. What is that lying to you? Is he your boyfriend? But boyfriend? It's nothing like that. It just happens, he just happens to know some information that is quite important to me. Oh, are you interested in him then? Staggering back and falling off the bench, you blush. What? Oh, come on. Don't be so dramatic. He seems like a great guy. Who wouldn't want to have a go at him? I'm just teasing. No need to look so flustered there, Dan. Come on, get back before Gran comes back and gets angry at me. Your lion friend probably wouldn't be happy either. You steadily get up from your ass and return back to your seat. Speaking of lion friend, what kind of information that he has, which is quite important to you? I'm not sure if I'm allowed to distribute this information, but let's just say that he knows more. He knows where my father is. Did you lose your dad? In a way, yes. Would you mind sharing your tale with your new acquaintance? No pressure, though. You're free to say no. I won't tell him. You know how it is. Ugh. Out of breath, the lion is coughing for quite a bit. His movement becoming a bit slurred? Yeah, slurred for a while before he manages to steady himself. Okay. Ah, Gran. Oh. What was it? Well, we'll do Pierre. That's new content, right? I think I'll be going with Mr. Oppenheimer, Gran. Sorry. Splendid. Thank you for sticking with me, Mr. York. It's all good. If that's what you want, then it's fine. I hope you know what you're doing, Dan. Hey, what did I say before? Right, sorry.
I guess we'll, get out of your hair. Don't, wait. Don't do anything rash, alright?
Yes, Gran. I'll try not to trip and fall again.
Cool. Oppenheimer, was it? Take care of Dan, won't you? I'm sure you already know his situation by now, and I'm not going to say anything else. I shall do my best, Mr. Tiger. Alright, thank you. Let's go, Rod. And see you around, Dan.
The tiger gives you a quick head pat with a smile before walking off.
Right behind you, buddy. See you around, Dan.
The party of two wave you a goodbye before walking away and out of the view. See ya. Well, they're gone. What's the plan now?
First, the matter of business is to ensure that you are okay, and is currently not suffering from any lingering injuries that may require immediate attention.
I think I'm fine. For the most part. Just need some rest, and I should be good to go.
Is that how you feel? Then I shall not press any further on the matter. On that note, I believe we can immediately take a quick visit to my place, so that you may have a shower that you have been craving for. How does that sound, Mr. York?
That sounds pretty good, actually. I have no problem with that. Although, I assume that you have already taken care of the transportation?
Why, of course. The nice gentleman should already be waiting by the parking lot.
Oh, I see. That's nice. Where is your place, anyway? It's not out of town, is it? I don't know if I'm comfortable going out of the town this soon. No offense, of course. I just feel like it's better and safer if I familiarize myself with a place first before, I guess, going out there. I don't exactly know what to expect since, different world, different views.
Oh, do not worry about that. I've been given a place to stay in this town, thanks to my higher-ups. I do understand your concerns, though I quite agree with what you have said. If you have any curiosities that you would like to quench regarding this world, feel free to raise a question, and I shall try my best to explain. Now, then, shall we depart?
All right. Thank you for clarifying this with me. With a curt nod and smile, the lion heads off onwards, with you following in a respectable distance next to him. The gentle wind sways in the air as yours and the lion's footsteps gradually become faint as you continue on your path. After a few minutes of strolling, you arrive by a familiar black vehicle parked just beneath the shades of the trees. You open your door of the limo and enter, sitting on the spot that you have previously chosen before the lion doing a similar thing. After a couple of minutes of getting ready and the lion pointing the driver to the destination, the vehicle begins to move onward. What a day.
Indeed.
Silence fills the limo as you struggle to hold the guilt that has been growing within you. If only I had stayed focused. Then Mr. Oppenheimer and Graham might not have such high tension between each other. Roderick said that what's past is in the past. Sorry. But I can't just shake this. A feeling of guilt. I think I should tell him. For closure. Hey, Oppenheimer? You got a moment?
Yes, Mr. York. Is there, is something the matter?
I need to get something off my chest. It's about what happened earlier. The whole orb incident thing.
Is that so?
I just want to apologize for not heeding your command. Things probably would have gone a lot smoother between you and Gran if I hadn't fucked up that badly. It was all my fault, and I take full responsibility for it. No one else is injured, sure, but the animosity between you and Gran is just... Heck, I don't know, but I feel really guilty about it. Not to mention, but you seem to have been affected by my blunder. I just hope that you're okay.
I'll be frank with you, Mr. York. Your action was rather disappointing. I had expected that you've taken the situation more seriously. Considering how much I warned you about it multiple times before.
I know. I hope that you have it in you to forgive me.
You know, Mr. York, it takes courage to admit one's mistake. It's also I'm also quite aware of the intimidating effect that I seem to have on the surroundings, yet it seems to not have fazed you making that decision. I applaud your bravery, Mr. York. Not a lot of people would do the same thing as you to have you so.
Oh my god, excuse me.
It is quite a refreshing moment to experience.
Well, to be honest with you, I was quite intimidated when I first saw you back in the police department. And to think that I'd meet you so shortly after, and have to be alone with you and the chief was, let's say it was quite an interesting experience.
I did notice that you were rather a bit on the shaky side, Mr. York. I figured that it was simply because you were feeling lost and confused, and not because of my presence. My apologies.
Oh, don't worry, it's cool. It's whatever at this point.
Do you still feel intimidated by my presence, Mr. York?
I'm not sure, frankly. Maybe I'm more intimidated by your status than you as a person. So far, you've been quite a great help to me, and I really appreciate that. I've learned quite a bit of information that I probably would never have imagined to ever obtain. On the other hand, everything that you do and have just feels above to what I'm used to. I'm a little anxious that I might accidentally do something bad to tarnish your name. Or your, furnitures? Huh. Maybe even both. You give out a small chuckle as you lightly grin at the lion. His serious expression softens as a warm smile slowly forms on his face.
How humorous of you, Mr. York. I suppose I understand where you are coming from. However, I implore that you try not to think too hard on such matters.
You say that, but it's easier said than done, Mr. Oppenheimer. Anyway, I just want to say sorry again for what happened. I'll try not to screw up as bad as in the future.
Your apology is accepted, Mr. York.
Thank you. The rest of the drive is spent in silence as you gaze outside of the cars and creatures pass by, the lion fiddling with his phone in the meanwhile. Soon after, the vehicle comes to a halt as the intercom turns on and the driver indicates that you have arrived at your destination. Looks like we're here.
Yes, let us go out.
Standing outside, you can see a tall modern apartment building with walls and glass. The surrounding area is decorated nicely with a Good balance of nature and artificial structures. Wow, this place looks so nice.
Yeah, it is. I heard there's a gym and a swimming pool nearby. I haven't been yet. Considering I have only been here for a couple of days.
Come to think of it, does he have any other reasons to be here other than to, I guess, for me? Maybe I'll find out in due time.
Let's get going, Mr. York. My place is this way, if you'd follow me.
With a nod, you follow the lion into the building. Inside, you can see a stairway that leads upstairs, and a door that you assume to be the elevator. The decorations around it, as you imagine the building would have, modern and fancy.
We'll just have to use the elevator first. My room is a bit on the higher end of the building.
After the lion presses the button nearby by the elevator, there is a brief moment before the door of the elevator swings open.
After you, Mr. York.
Oh, right. Thank you. I wonder how high this room is off the ground. Oh, it looks like it's on floor 7. You spent a moment standing in the elevator, tapping your feet as you listen to the mellow elevator tune. Eventually, the elevator stops, and the door swings open. You take the library to the Liberty, to step outside first, since you have a feeling that the lion will offer you the same thing again. After the two of you are out of the elevator, the lion leads you to a door labeled 707. He scans the black card, and the door is unlocked. Whoa, nice place. And you've got quite such a nice view. Okay, you've got quite. I feel like it should be just like got such a nice view from up here too.
Yes, I am quite happy with this accommodation that I got. How are you feeling, Mr. York? Have anything troubling ya come up ever since?
I think I'm still doing fine, and thank you for asking.
How about a glass of water instead?
I'd like that, thank you.
Alright, feel free to have a seat while I fetch you a glass of water. If you'd like to watch, I believe the remote TV is under the coffee table.
Thank you.
Or maybe you'd rather get that shower you wanted. The bathroom is just through the hallway and in the door to the left. There's a fresh set of towels in the cabinet, so feel free to use it.
Oh, yes, I'd love to have a shower right about now. Thank you, Mr. Oppenheimer. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to take it right now.
By all means, I'll leave the glass of water on the coffee table for you. I take it that you can handle yourself with the bathroom utilities.
I should be fine, but if I'm unsure on how to do something, I'll be sure to ask.
Good. I'll be in my room, so if you need me for anything, just knock on the door.
Got it. With a spring in your step, you walk towards the bathroom door. Oh man, finally, get a chance to take a shower. Granted, it feels a bit weird to take a shower in an acquaintance's house. But beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. Wow, even the bathroom looks so modern and fancy. I wonder if the shower has those things that I've seen on the movies. Upon further inspection, everything seems normal. The shower has 2 knobs, each labeled with distinct colors. This should be fairly straightforward then. You undress and spend the next 15 minutes or so in the bathroom. Elsewhere. Oh, okay. The polar bear and the weasel is hanging around the parking lot, returning back to their patrol.
I wonder what that kid is doing right now.
Who? You mean Dan? Isn't he, With that scary lion dude from yesterday.
That lion fella is named Oppenheimer, Jacob.
Oops, my bad. I'm sure the kid is fine, though. They're probably heading back here soon. Makes me wonder, though, why did you let him come with him anyway? Steve mentioned that the kid was in probation or something. Oh, excuse me. A bit strange to let a stranger go with another stranger, to be honest. I'd understand if the lion guy lives here in this town, but in reality, he is not. So, why did you do it, if you don't mind me prying?
Well, I suppose there's really no harm in telling you this, but try to keep it to yourself. The less people know, the better, I think.
And after saying that, you're still going to tell me?
Do you want to know or not?
Okay, I understand. Please continue.
The reason I agree on the arrangement was because, well, Dan seems to be having some family issues. Mr. Oppenheimer seems to have an answer for Dan's dilemma, so I take the risk and let the both of them go together.
That's a bit reckless, don't you think? A bit irrational, too.
To be frank with you, I'm not comfortable with the decision myself, but at the end of the day, it's not really my business.
Yeah, you still care about him.
As long as they can help each other and solve whatever questions they have. I think that's good enough for me. Besides, I think Dan can handle himself quite well, and the lion seems to be quite fond of him already. So I shouldn't worry about any intentions. Right?
Well, you're the chief.
Bah, I guess I am. Let's head inside, shall we?
I wonder what I'll have for lunch. Back to Dan. Man, that feels good. I feel a lot better now. And smell better. I smell just like him now. Oh well. As you were about to dress yourself, you noticed that the little blood smear on your shirt. I should try wiping off this dried blood off my shirt. Good thing I'm not wearing white. You spend the next couple minutes wiping off the now dried blood smeared on your shirt, using your thumb and soapy water. That should be fine for now. A bit wet, but it'll dry off. Now, what's next? I think I'll drink that glass of water first, then decide. Wish I could drink more water. After exiting the bathroom, you make your way to the living room, looking around. The lion is nowhere to be found, but the glass of water you were promised is sitting on the coffee table. You pick the glass up before sitting down on the sofa. Oh man, this sofa feels so amazing. It's so soft. You take a sip of water as you lazily gaze around the room until you notice your attention is focused towards the door that you assume leads to the small balcony. Curiosity get a hold of you, and you slowly make your way towards the glass window next to it to take a closer look. Wow, he even has a small balcony. Pretty neat. After a moment of looking around, you return to the sofa with your body heavily leaning on the back. The empty glass sitting on the coffee table. Man, I wonder what I should do now. He said that the plan was to drop me back to the police station once I took a shower, right? I wouldn't mind that, although I wonder if he'd let me stick around here for a while after this moving about is pretty tiring. Well, we're on I wanted this to be the Norman route, so I think I'll just go back and see what the chief is up to. I wonder what he's doing right now. As you were about to get up and knock on the lion's bedroom door. The door itself swings open, revealing the lion figure exiting out of the room. His steadfast silver eyes meets yours as he gives you a warm smile, carrying a rectangular object under his arm. Is that a laptop? Looks pretty sturdy.
I see that you have taken a shower, and you've been looking forward to it. How are you feeling right now?
I feel a lot better now. Thank you for letting me use your bathroom, Mr. Oppenheimer.
You are most welcome, Mr. York. Are you ready to be dropped off back to the police department?
Man, still, every time I read Mr. York, I'm just reminded of that guy from Deadly Premonition. I think I've said this in when I first did did Dave's route probably. But I'm always reminded of that guy who always referred to York as
Mr. Francis York Morgan.
And he always he worked for the wheelchair guy, right? And so he would be like, "So says Mr." and says the name of the wheelchair guy. Cannot remember that. It's been a while since I've played Deadly Premonition. I think it's actually been 6 years. I don't know if I ever want to play that game again.
Are you ready to be dropped off back to the police department? I can notify the driver right away.
Yes, please. If you wouldn't mind.
But of course. Give me one moment.
The lion takes out his phone before he begins to dial a number. Once the call is made, the two of you chatted for a little bit before exiting his place and going down to the elevator. You enter the vehicle, and to your surprise, the lion is staying outside. I assume that you're not coming?
Yes, I'm afraid I'll have to stay so that I may attend to the paperwork. Not to worry. The gentleman will drive you safely to the police department.
All right, thank you again. With a smile, you extend your hand towards the lion, offering him a handshake. He looks at your hand for a moment before accepting it with his own.
It has been my pleasure, Mr. York. Farewell.
One handshake later, you close the door, the limo departing the building complex as you and the lion wave each other goodbye through the half-opened window. After a bit of time, you have finally arrived at the police department. You give your thanks to the driver and bid your goodbye before the vehicle begins to move again. Well then, here I go again. You make your way inside the police department, where you are greeted with a familiar furry face.
Well, 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 look who's finally here. How was your field trip? Had fun?
Hey, Jacob. And yeah, the field trip was great. I even got myself a souvenir.
Whoa, really? Can I see?
I'm only kidding.
Oh, wow, nice one. Were you supposed to be with the lion guy? Why isn't he with you?
Oh, he needed to take care of some paperwork, so he stayed back at his place.
Wait, why are you at his place?
Oh, I wanted to take a shower at his place since it has been a couple of days since I've taken a shower.
You know, if you wanted a shower, you could have asked. There's a private shower room here, supplied with shampoo and stuff.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, it's right at the back. Just go through the hallway, take a left, and then a right, and the first door on your right is the room. There's a stall in everything, so you don't have to worry much about privacy. Now that I think about it, I don't think a lot of people know of its existence. That aside, do you have proof to back up your claim that you're not running away.
Proof? Oh crap. I don't think that I need some sort of evidence. If only I had a phone with me. Also, why is he fixating that I'm running away or something? I don't really have any.
Well, ain't that just fishy?
Before the weasel manages to finish off his sentence, a familiar, deep, husky voice can be heard.
His statement is true, Jacob. So you can stop interrogating him. Thank you.
The polar bear reveals himself around the corner with a smile on his face. His kind brown eyes gaze over yours as he walks over to you.
Oh, hello, Chief. I didn't see you there. If that's the case, then it's all good, I guess.
Good afternoon, Dan. How have you been?
The gentle bear taps you on your shoulder a couple of times before retreating his warm, fuzzy paw. Afternoon, Chief. I'm doing all right. Finally got the chance to take a shower. If I had known that there was a shower here earlier, I would have definitely taken one.
Oh, sorry. Sorry that I had forgotten to tell you about the shower. Must have slipped my mind. It is good to hear that you are doing well, though. I hope you don't get into any trouble during your trip this morning.
Well,
Actually, how about if we continue this talk back at the office? Run me down the events that happened, if you wouldn't mind.
oh yeah, sure. I don't mind.
Come over then. Take care, Jacob. I'll see you around.
Okay. Take care, you two.
You give the weasel a wave before following the polar bear. Hey, Chief. Why did you sound so sure about me telling the truth earlier?
Oh, that. I got a call from Oppenheimer that I should be expecting you soon. He told me that would happen during your time in the research facility. And a little bit of what happened afterwards.
I see. So he knows about the orb incident. How much did he tell you?
Not a lot. Just the part that you got wounded pretty badly. Please have a seat, Dan.
With a nod, you follow his command.
So, could you tell me a summary of what happened?
Which one? The morning trip or the orb thing?
Both, please.
All right. So this morning, you retell earlier events that happened to you up to this point in time to the polar bear. During your storytelling, your pair of eyes are fixated on the bear's own, his kind eyes and gentle smile trapping you in a pleasant trance as you continue to talk in autopilot. The way he's looking at you, it feels like a ghostly warm embrace, soft and caring. You keep the strange encounter with the senior to yourself, and after a bit of time later, you finally finish. And that's all. As you can see, I'm doing just fine. And I think I feel fine. No permanent injuries or anything. As far as I know, anyway.
Well, if you say that you are doing fine, then there's nothing to be concerned about. If something does come up, don't hesitate to find Steve if you want, if he's around.
Yes, I'll be sure to do that.
It irks me to hear that you hurt yourself quite badly, though, to be honest. With an orb, too, at least at that. You weren't presumed to use it, were you? You weren't pressured to use it, were you?
No, it was my decision alone, and try to wield it. I was curious as to what I could do with it, that I was blinded to the cost and danger that comes with it. Mr. Oppenheimer agreed to help me, and he was doing well in teaching. I didn't listen enough, and because of that, everything went wrong. I feel more guilty about the fact that it harmed the people around me more than the orb hurting me. Especially with the tension between Gran and Oppenheimer.
I'm not sure what I can say to help. My condolences.
It's all good. It's just something that I have to live with from now on.
Perhaps it would be a good idea if you find some closure and explain the situation to them.
Yeah, I think, well, I'll think about doing that later, down the road.
So your father is here after all. Maybe not in this town specifically, but somewhere out there in this world. What does that make you feel?
I don't know. I'd rather not think about it for the time being, if you don't mind.
I'm sorry for bringing it up again.
It's fine. I don't blame you for being curious.
Well, thank you for, taking the time explaining, Dan. It is well appreciated.
It's the least I can do. The bear begins to gently stroke his beard as he... Okay, he does have a beard. Okay. As he looks at you in the eyes.
Have you eaten lunch by any chance?
No.
Would you care coming along with me to grab some lunch then? We'll see if Jacob wants to tag along to on our way out.
That sounds good. But again, I have no money on me. So I don't think I can. I just realized that I'm basically homeless in this world.
Don't worry about paying, Dan. Your food bill will be covered. And that's because... Don't tell him I told you this, but... Mr. Oppenheimer gave me a generous amount of money with the institution to be used to buy you food.
Oh, did he? Wow. How nice of him. Not sure how I feel about... Not sure how I feel to be constantly being given care, being taken care of, but I suppose I shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Yes, so you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So, how about it?
In that case, how can I say no to such a generous charity?
Good. Let's get going then.
I think I'm gonna stop the part here, so I'll see you around, everyone.